Hey guys, GumbleFan15 here, and today I'm going to be doing my review of the Master Grade Providence Gundam. Now, I've had this kit ever since it came out. I've had it built for a few months now, but I haven't had the time yet to actually do a review on it. I've just gotten busy building other kits or playing video games or just busy with life, but I've finally found the time to do this. So, first of all, I'm just going to talk about what I've done to the kit as far as paint and weathering, and then I'll move into the articulation, and at the end I'll have a slideshow for you. So, that being said, what I've done as far as, painting and stuff, the only things I've actually painted were the back of its legs right here. As you can see, like, back around here, the piping, I've painted it silver and copper. The only reason I did that was because the back of the leg, it just looks like there's two pieces that should go onto the back of it to cover up those pipes. As it's coming around here, I'll show you again. Yeah, like right here, there's two little pieces right here that look like something should clip onto it, but it doesn't. So just decided to just detail that a little bit. So I think that came out pretty nicely. Also, coming around here, these gold pieces up here, they were originally a very nasty looking yellow, and I hated the way that it looked. It was just horrible. I mean, you had all these nice dark colors throughout all the rest of the kit, but then you get up here to the vents, its collar, and the cameras. They were just puke yellow. That's about all I can say. So what I've done is I've actually just painted it gold with a Tamiya gold leaf, and came out looking really, really good. Other painting that I've done, on his rifle here, all the silver in there, I panel lined it. What I did was I took Model Master's chrome, and I thinned it out enough to make my own panel line wash material, whatever you want to call it. So just thinned it out, took my brush to it, let it run throughout all of the cracks and crevices, filled it in, and then came out later, cleaned it up, and I think it adds to it very nicely. Other painting that I've done, as you can see here, on his thrusters there, on the back of his legs, and also back here on his backpack, these were originally just, your gray, like back here, so I wanted to make it different, so I just painted it red. There, and took some panel line to it on the inside. Made it look a lot better. So, set this back up. If you want to stand now, you gonna stand for me? There you go. Alright, and then as far as weathering goes, all I did was took the Tamiya weathering palettes. Forgot which letter it was, but I think it was one that had the soot in it. And I just went along all the edges first to give it more of a, I guess, kind of like it's been through battle. I mean, I didn't want to go too crazy with it. I didn't want to, give it all battle damaged. I just wanted to make it look like it's just been through some stuff. So it's just got some nice little dark tones to it now. Especially along here on the shield, you can see just went along the edges here and there, all along up here, especially on his feet. If you can see that, just made it a lot darker. I don't know. I usually say with my seed kits I want them to look glossy and brand new out of the factory, but I think this one just deserved to have this treatment done, because he is just awesome. all in the dragoons everywhere. His backpack especially has a lot of weathering to it. Stop this. Yeah, I really like that with his dragoons. And just all of the backpack. Looks really nice. I mean, straight out of the box, it just looks so plain. Like, even if you were to put the decals on it, it just wouldn't look right. It's just plain looking. So, and as far as decals go, I did get the premium edition of this kit, so it came with a huge sheet of water slide decals. However, not a single one was for this kit. So, instead of using stickers and the dry transfer decals, which I absolutely hate, I went on eBay and I actually bought the premium edition decals. I didn't get the beam effect parts for his dragoons because I didn't have that money at the time, but I'm perfectly fine with this. So, it was a huge sheet too. It was probably about as wide as my background here. I didn't use the ones that it would normally tell you to use for the kit in the instruction manual. I mean, not all of them. For example, on the shield here, I think all it told you to do with the original stickers was just these here on the sides and this one right down here. So I decided to just add in my own on the sides here, make them look a bit better. Same thing with the shoulder, his shoulders up here. All I had you do was just these white ones here and maybe a sticker here and there. So I added in different versions of his marking up here. Basically, it's the same thing all throughout it. The premium edition ones, they just look a lot better than the normal stickers you get, and you get a lot better selection. So, and then after I put all the weathering on, I just hit it again with a flat coat, and it looks amazing. I mean, there's some areas where I think I could have improved upon, but I'm not really worried about it. Alright, now we're going to get into the articulation. Alright, so I'm going to focus on the backpack first, and then I'm just going to remove it because it'll make this whole process a lot easier. Alright, so for the backpack, it's articulation. It connects right back here to this peg, and it can rotate side to side a little bit like that. It can come forward a little bit like that, come down some, just like that, and it can also extend a little bit like that, if you can see that. So you can do more of a pose, kind of like that. So that's pretty cool. And these pieces here, these dragoons, can go back and forth like so. Well, not really back too much, but they can come forward as more of a shooting position, I guess. So, and all of these can come off. All these dragoons, they just pop off here, so you can put these in. These are the beam effect parts that it comes with. It's only for these 5 up here on the backpack. You pop these off, put these in where these connected into, and they just stand out like that. So it's not the best, but better than nothing. So I'm going to remove this backpack now. One other thing I did want to mention about the backpack is just the amount of detail that is in this. I mean, there's detail throughout all the kit, but this is where it really shines. This is what made me want to get this kit, because I am a panel line junkie, and this thing has a ton of them. I mean, just all this in here. I mean, without panel lines, it's just so plain, but when you add that in here, I always say it adds so much detail. I mean, that is just awesome. And even on the dragoons, there's a lot of panel line opportunities. So all I did was I took the Tamiya panel line accent color black and just went to town on it. Same with back here. I mean, most of this, at least this bottom half, is going to be all covered up by the kit anyways, but I still went ahead and just panel lined everything. So if you like panel lines, you're going to love this. Alright. Now the actual kit. Alright. So for our articulation in the head, you're kind of limited a little bit. I mean, you can come forward and back, side to side a bit, but that's about as far as you can go. Like I usually say, I don't see the point in people saying, oh yeah, you can turn it a full 360. It's kind of pointless there, but come forward, back, like normal. His shoulders, you got your typical rotation, you know, there, about to there. That's about as far forward as it can come. Backwards, and you know, they can go pretty well. His Vulcans up here on the sides, they can actually come up a little bit, not too far, otherwise it pops out like that. Let me get that back in here. Come on. Come on. Sorry about that. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, his Vulcans, they can come up about that far, any farther, and you'll pop it off like I did. So put that back in there. His arms, your typical, you know, master grade arms. They can spin all the way around. You got double joints up here and down here, and the other thing that it has is it can actually extend the arm a little bit right there, so you can bend it up a bit more. So that's always nice. His hands, of course, can, you know, spin around. As far as his articulation up here in the waist, you get a little bit forward and back, about that much forward, that much back, so pretty nice. And I know a lot of people have complained about the tubes up here. These are actually rubber pieces. People complain about them because they just look cheap and you can't paint them, but I like it. So, and I wasn't planning on painting this kit, so that's fine with me. Cockpit hatch up here comes down like this, and this is one of the first master grades I've seen where you don't actually get a standalone pilot figure to put in there. Pilot figure is actually molded into the cockpit piece, so that would make painting it a little bit difficult. Rotation in the waist, pretty good. Side to side, slightly. Again, that's kind of hindered a little bit. Side skirts, Dragoons can move independently, and this can come up and down like so, and forward and back. Front skirt, same thing, forward, back, come up, down. Back skirts, these Dragoons are the same way. All you get though is just up and down with these Dragoons. His legs can now I'm not gonna do much with these legs to show y'all, because like with the Freedom 2.0, the connection pieces on the inside of this, the pegs, I feel like they're just hollow, and when I put it in there and try to rotate it like so, or try and do anything with it, I could see the piece starting to get stressed. So what I did was I very carefully took it out and I sanded down the peg a little bit to make it not as tight, because I think that was the problem. As you can try and see, yeah, this piece right up in here, that's where the problem was. So, but in any case, the legs can extend down, as you just saw, like that, and then pop right back up. So that's pretty cool there. I can try and rotate it, but yeah, there you go. See, rotate it there, not too bad. Double joint up here on the leg, nice bend right there. Come out about that far. Ankles, the feet are pretty cool on how they can be articulated. This piece here, just your standard up and down. Feet point about like that, and as you can see, you can move them in different ways. So it's been a while since I've seen a kit like this, and they can slide forward like that or come back about that far. And you do have very nice rotation, so that's pretty cool. Any other articulation? Oh, I forgot to mention up here in the arms, his chest piece can come forward slightly like that. If you can see that, better lighting. There we go. So come forward a bit slightly. What? Sorry about that. Apparently my camera ran out of battery. Alright, so, like I was saying, shoulder, the whole section comes forward about like that. So that's pretty cool. Now, his rifle here, what I had to do with it, I had to actually glue his hand to the rifle because the way it connects into there is there's a peg either on the handle or on the hand. Okay, no, it's in the hand. The hand right here, like in the front, like in this section, and it just hooks in to his handle here. Unfortunately, because of how heavy and just awkward this rifle is, it doesn't want to stay in there, especially when it has to go in like this, kind of at a bent angle. So I just ended up gluing it in there because he doesn't have any other weapons to go in this hand, so why not? So that's what I had to do with that. This piece here can come out and rotate, but I don't ever really see a point of it. I mean, his shield's going to be on his arm the whole time anyway. As far as the shield goes, it does open up right here. As you can see, this piece opens up, and then you can pull this piece out, up and out. Same thing with here, and then it just pops in. There's a peg that connects to it right here on the back. So that's about it for articulation. So let me show you what else you get with this kit. The other accessory you get is this really long, nasty looking beam effect part, and it is just cool. I mean, it is about as big as the Gundam itself, so that's really cool. It's so big I can't even fit it all in my photo booth here. So you get that. Like I said, you get 5 of these pieces here. I'll show you that here in a second. These are for the beam effect parts. You do get one standing figure of Raoul Le Creuset, so that's really nice there. You do get a few different sets of hands. You only get one of the trigger finger hand for the right hand. You get a set of closed fists and a set of open palms. I don't have those on me at the current second, but that's what you get. And since this was the premium edition, you also got a special stand. You get the stand that is the Zaft symbol, which is really cool. It's molded in kind of like a semi-metallic, semi-clear red. So that's really cool there. And this here is molded in a like a smoke black, a clear black, whatever you want to call it. And I think this is, well, before their latest stands came out, this was the actual best stand you could get as far as Bandai goes. So pretty cool there. So you get that, and And you do get this action base connector for it, and it connects right back here underneath the backpack. Now, the problem that I had was it goes in there and it's fine, it hooks up fine. However, maybe it's just mine, but once it goes in there, it wiggles a lot. There's no stiffness to it or anything. So whenever I put it on the action base stand, I have to position him in such a way, because it'll go in there and that's what I get, wiggles. So if I want him up like this, he's just gonna come forward. So I'm now gonna leave that in there. Okay, and here he is with all of his effect parts on. Unfortunately, they don't bend, so all you can do as far as the big ones go is just have them pointing straight out. There's two smaller ones up here. These can actually come forward like so. So it's more of a, like I said, a shooting position there. I did hear one thing you can do is take a blow dryer or a heat gun to clear pieces like this, and get it nice and hot, and then slowly bend the pieces until it gets to the shape that you want. So I guess more curved. You do got to go slow with it though. If not, you will break the piece. The other thing I did want to mention is these here on the sides, his big dragoons here. Bandai does give you almost enough pieces to make a whole another one of these. The only thing that's missing is on the inside here is gray pieces for the thrusters. They don't give you enough of those to make the whole thing. So that's the only piece that's missing. Other than that, you get a whole piece, which is great, because when I had this kit completed, I had it up on its stand, I guess in a maybe not so secure way, and the damn thing fell. And fortunately, when it fell, the only thing that broke was the top dragoon piece. This piece here actually snapped, and it snapped in a way to where I could fix it if I wanted to, but why fix it when I had enough extra pieces? So that was lucky for me there, and lucky nothing else broke. And it fell from probably about 5 feet in the air, so I was pretty lucky with that. Well, that's about all for this video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. As always, there'll be a link in the description to our Facebook group, Mississippi Gundam and Gunpla. Be sure to check that out. Alright, see you guys next time.